What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Thor Media podcast. I'm your host, Sock from Detailing Made Simple, and today I have something special for you all. So I will show you how to wash and prep your wheels for your ceramic coating. Now, as you can see, yes, my car was in an accident, and they had to replace the wheel, and they took care of the cam and realigned the rear subframe because the problem was that it was hit pretty hard and it really wasn't drivable. It was just shaking every time I hit a little bump or something, and it was misaligned. So they took care of that. I'm gonna take care of the paint work some other time, but as of right now, I only have one vehicle, and the most important part is just making it drivable, which is right here. So if you all don't know, 6 months ago, I did apply a ceramic coating on my wheels, which was Labo Cosmetica's HPC 2.0, which is a consumer grade. Anybody could purchase that. And I applied it on all three of my other wheels. And I'm going to show you how well they're performing right up here on the overhead. And, you know, that is 6 months in, right? Now, in terms of this part, I do have a open C6 diamond ceramic coating bottle. It's been open for about 6 months when I applied, or 7 months when I applied it on my vehicle. I just don't have any more of that Labo HPC 2.0 coating, and I don't want to open two brand new coatings for one wheel. Now, if it was my customer's vehicle, absolutely I'll open a brand new coating bottle, or, you know, say it's only been open for about like 2 weeks or something, I'll do that as well. But I don't have anything that's recently opened, so it's my vehicle. I don't care. I'd rather have some sort of protection. May it last, will it last a long time? Who knows? I don't care. I'd rather have some protection than no protection whatsoever. So that is what I'm doing here. Now it's up to you. If you want to open a brand new bottle for one wheel, that is perfectly okay for you. But in my case, I don't see the need for it. And no wheel coating really ever lasts its full lifetime anyway. So yep, and this is a daily driver. So let's get started with the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll just get started right away on the wheel cleaning, so that way you can see the tools and products that I use, whether they're sold on Thor or not. And hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. So let's get started with the video, everyone. So let's get started with the wheel cleaning now. In terms of here, there is some glue residue that I have right here. So first, I'm going to try a bit of Pelias panel prep, and I am just going to spray it here. I think I have some tar remover. Gotta just look for it. I'm just too lazy to get back up. So I'm just going to spray that all over here on the edges and see if they clean up, and just scrub it off. And yeah, it cleans up really easily. It's not the crazy sticky glue. It looks probably just like the film to protect the wheel, you know, the plastic that's wrapped around it. So just scrub off all this glue residue that I have right here. Bam. I'm gonna flip this around. Just possibly get any areas that I potentially missed. And that is it. Easy as pie. So I got rid of all that glue residue that was here, and ready to go on to the next step. So from here, you're just going to clean your wheels and tires as you normally would. And I will show you right here. I'll have here ADS tire cleaner. To me, ADS makes the best tire cleaner at the moment. And no, they're not sold on the House of Rags, but in terms of the value, I really enjoy this stuff. So this is what I am spraying right up in here, and just letting that dwell. Next up is prepping. Since this is the first time, yes, it is a brand new wheel and tire, or brand new wheel, but you really just want to, you know, just make sure you deep clean anything, right? It's been sitting outside for possibly a day or two, or whatever the case is. So I am spraying a bit of Ragnarok, and this is 1 to 5, because we want the best adhesion as possible, especially because it's probably sitting outside for 2 days. I did run a lot of errands for the past 2 days, you know, running to the store, running back, doing a bunch of stuff that I couldn't do when I didn't have a car. So it was I did do a lot of errands as well with this, so I just want the best adhesion possible. And next up, grab this. You don't really need to scrub down there as much. I'm not really too worried of the wheelbarrows because I am not coating the wheelbarrows. What I like to do for the wheelbarrows is, say after a week when I do my next wash, or 2 weeks after, 14 days once it's cured, I will spray the wheelbarrows with, say, any type of wash and rinse protection. It could be, DIY Detail Quick Beads, Labos, Beneficia, Geon Wet Coat, whatever you have, McKee's Hydro Blue, something that's a spray and rinse, right? And that is what I like to use for my rims or my wheelbarrows, and that's it. I'll just spray it literally in here. Now I wouldn't spray it really on the face of the rim because it's not needed, because I do have a coating afterwards. So this is what I like to do. Rinse off now. And I forgot to turn. Yeah, I think I did. So what I'm gonna do is just spray this down first, rinse this off, and I'll figure out the pressure washer situation in a little bit. So yeah, so just rinse this off, because I don't want Ragnarok to dry on the rim, of course. It's not what you want. I tripped my breaker by accident, so hopefully this didn't freeze none of this, because I am going to be very, very, very upset. So, because then a pop-up just came up on my phone, and yeah, it just tripped my breaker, and then that was it. So double clean your tires, just in case. In terms of the rim, it is a brand new rim, so I just really wanted to get the first, deep clean. That's it. That's all you need. After this, I'm going to do the contact wash, and I'll come back once we're ready to panel prep and just apply the ceramic coating. All right, everyone. So you've probably seen my pressure washer hose out there, but I washed the car already. I don't know which one I'm going to release first, whether the Yum Reset video or this one. But yeah, so we're ready to just panel prep the paint. So I already blew all that water off as much as possible from the lug nuts and everything, and the rim is completely clean. So I'm going to spray a bit of panel prep just like that, and I am using Pelias panel prep. To me, and pretty much a lot of people, they already said it's one of their favorite, if not the best panel prep out there. A lot of people really enjoy it. It is super slick, easy to use, easy flash off, and I've seen coatings perform the best with this type of panel prep, and maybe it's because it really truly removes those polishing oils, because some panel preps don't remove all polishing oils, or they'll struggle with certain types of, say, fillers and oils that certain brands use in their polishes. So that is something just to keep in mind. Not all panel preps are the same way not all compounds are the same, and all polishes are the same, and all pads, and so on and so forth. So just find one that you enjoy. This is just something that I truly enjoy, and I've been using Pelias panel prep, I think, since it came out, I think 2-3 years already. So that is something you could check out my YouTube channel from back when I was in New York, when I truly enjoyed this panel prep over many others. The one that really comes in second place to it, or top one, they share top one together, is Labo Cosmetica's Veritas, and this one. And just because this panel prep is super cost efficient, it doesn't cost an arm and a leg like other panel preps out there, and it's only it's about $40 for the gallon, or $49, and then you could get it on discount for Black Friday or whatever sales that they have, and you could stock up on this stuff. So it is great. So this is what it is. I am using C6 Diamond. I already shook this up off screen, and this is the first time I'm opening this up in 7 months, and look at all that. So it was pretty sealed in there, crystallized a lot, and yeah, all we're gonna do is just apply it onto the rim. I am gonna apply a generous amount, just like that. I don't really care about saving this because this is already 7 months old. Just use it as much as possible. And I am just gonna apply it to the entire face of the rim. So I apologize if I am blocking you. And just start off from however you want to start. Just have a method of where you're gonna start. I like to go around kind of like a clock. And since I applied a whole bunch, I am not worried about, oh, I need to reapply more on my applicator. No, I am not cheap when it comes to applying ceramic coatings. I always apply a lot, and that's always been my thing because I always think more is more, in certain aspects, especially where I don't want to miss any areas. So this is where I am still applying. I still see a whole bunch of coating all over my applicator, so I am not worried about this. And yes, microfiber applicators like this one does absorb more coating, and it started to dry up just a little bit there, so I am going to apply more, just like that. Just pour that sucker out. Doesn't really matter. I don't even have a lot of it in there anyways, so just apply it all over. And I like to just double down and go around just in case I missed any spots. Just make sure you hit up all the areas, and I like to leave the middle for last, meaning the lug nuts slash emblem. So gonna apply it as such, and I don't really care if this lasts, a full, year or whatever it is, a used coating. So it is opened. So I just need some protection, better than no protection. And if it starts to die down prematurely, obviously I will keep all of you posted, and just keep all of you posted. So here now is the waiting game, and I'll show you how C6 diamond goes on. So you get a little bit of a tiny rainbow effect and also some beading action, as you can see there. Hopefully picks up in frame. And yeah, see it's starting to bead right up there. So it has a little bit of beading slash action, and also a little bit of rainbowing, especially on darker panels. And I like to sit here and let it sit for about a minute or two. It is pretty humid in my garage, especially once I finished washing the car here. I left the garage door open for about 15-20 minutes before that because I dried the entire vehicle, to get ahead of that. Dried the rims, cleaned the tires, and pretty much almost put everything else away, just so that way I could get most of that humidity out. And yeah, and it is still slightly warm in here because I do have the mini split on, and that is why it's curing pretty quick. So C6 diamond is not, I don't think they recommend to put it on wheels. I think it can go on everything. Don't quote me on that. I just like it for the paint and for the gloss. And yeah, so now I am going to start leveling this coating, and I am using, and I'm pretty sure you've all noticed, I'm using these Kirkland towels because they're throwaway towels. I'm using these on wheels. I am not concerned about scratching them or whatever, because over time wheels do get scratched up, and not because of just improper washing. It gets scratched up because of the debris when you're driving down the road, the rocks and all that stuff. So yeah, the wheels, I always tell people, if you want to put a wheel coating, just put it on the face. You don't have to worry about the wheel barrels. It's not really going to last that much, and on the face is going to most likely last the longest. And then also, if you got gloss black wheels, it's not going to protect from scratching and swirling. Trust me. If you drive it as a daily driver, you will get swirls and scratches on it. So that is that. I do have a little bit of coating left, and what I want to grab is all the way around the edges here, where I did forget, and that's why I said have a method down. Since I'm recording, kind of tend to steer off a bit, and I am not really too worried about these edges per se, that they'll last forever, because say you do use a tire cleaner that is very strong, you'll use a tire cleaner and it will diminish that coating on the rim as well. So I am just going to level that off right up front as such, and I am that. So from here on out, if you coated your rims, congratulations, you've ceramic coated your rims, and this feels super slick off rip. And just for the wheels and tires, you really don't want to drive it for at least, for me personally, at least, if a coating says recommended cure time 1 hour, on the wheels, if you apply them on the wheels, just give it about 6 hours before driving. You really want this to bake and cure as much as possible on your rims. And yeah, and you could just wash it weekly now with a rinseless wash. And whenever you're ready to do a full decon, when you decon the paint, then you could decon the rims. Or if you start to see your rims start to not beat as much, you could do a decon wash. That's your sign to do a decon wash on the paints as well. And since I am done with this towel, I am going to clean this arch right there. Flip the towel over. Wipe this little area that I have there, and that is it. So hopefully you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all on the outro real quick. We're up to the outro, and pretty much it is that easy and simple. Now for me, this is a brand new wheel that I have, and it was just pretty much straightforward. I just used an acid wheel cleaner just to pretty much prep it, washed it, clean it, and applied panel prep on it. Now, if you do have say a used rim, or in terms of you've driven your vehicle for about a year, maybe 2, and now you're getting into detailing and you want to do this process, then I recommend doing a full decon, meaning what? Of course, I use a tire cleaner for the tires. Then you want to, clean your wheels with, say, an eye remover, do a decon. Make sure you get all those rust particles out, and then use a acid wheel cleaner like Ragnarok, Meguiar's Wheel Brightener, Superior F40, all that other stuff you can use to really remove all those minerals, those water spots and stuff like that on your rim before you apply panel prep and your ceramic coating. So pretty much this is just the basis. If you bought a brand new vehicle, this is how you go about it, and everything else is pretty much straightforward in terms of the panel prep and the application. And yeah, so hopefully you all enjoyed this type of content. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know what coating you use on your wheel. If you use a paint coating like I did on my wheels today, and pretty much what I use HPC 2.0 on my wheels, or you use a specific wheel coating. For me personally, I really haven't seen a huge marginal difference in terms of a wheel coating outperforming a paint coating, especially on a daily driver. Now, if it is a weekend driven vehicle, then yes, a wheel coating, I've seen it outlast a paint coating, and that is just because of the temperatures that it deals with in terms of the wheelbarrows in itself. And typically also, I only put a wheel coating on the face of the rims. I never put it inside the barrels, because the barrels will die down pretty quick. Even if, again, this is a daily driver, I am not talking about garage queens, I'm talking about daily drivers, which I'm pretty sure most of you have, that yeah, it's just a waste of time to put it inside the barrels, just point blank, period. And in terms of maintenance, just use a rinseless wash, or you could use Primus or an alkaline soap. If you like to do that as a pre-wash, you could put Bill Hamber touches, but don't use it at their strong dilution ratios with the alkaline cleaners. Just put it just a little bit. You don't need too much. If you want to do that every other month or whatever before you actually do a full decon. But if you want to wash your car every week, just use a rinseless wash once a month. Maybe use an alkaline cleaner or soap where you spray it on the rim, and that will make your wheel cleaning process much easier. Yes, your wheels do stay cleaner for longer. And yeah, hopefully this information you found helpful. hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and appreciate you all for tuning in to another Thor Media podcast. So I will see you all on the next one. Peace.